What's up, y'all? MegaZX456 here, coming at you here with a very special video today. And hold on one second. Nah, I can't be having these. There we go. That's more like it. Alright, now back to what I was saying. I've been looking forward to making this video for the better half of 2 months now. That being the Switch OLED model, Nintendo's newest incarnation of their super popular console hybrid that was released just this past October for the MSRP of $350. Over the past few months, this system has generated some controversies from the gaming community as being a half-step effort from Nintendo, disappointing quite a few fans and consumers alike. The huge selling point would definitely be the OLED display. So what I wanted to do is compare the original Switch model to the new OLED model to give you an honest side-by-side comparison whether or not the new Switch OLED model is worth the upgrade or a redundant overpriced cash grab maneuver given to us by Nintendo. Let's find out. First up, we'll go over design and aesthetics. When comparing both Switches, they look virtually identical at a glance. The most noteworthy change will of course be the 7-inch screen, which is a nice step up from the original Switch's 6.2-inch screen. The OLED Switch gets rid of those thick bezels that surrounded most of the original screen, which I think was an excellent choice, giving the player a larger display, which gives a premium look compared to the original Switch. Speaking of the screen, the most noteworthy change on the new Switch is the newly added OLED screen, and man oh man, is this thing quite gorgeous looking. And in case you were wondering, OLED stands for Organic Light Emitting Diodes. Simplest translation, meaning it's a huge step up above the previous Switch's LCD panel that gives you richer and true blacks and bright dynamic vibrant colors.
Taste the rainbow.
When compared to the original Switch's LCD screen, each and every pixel is lit to near perfection on the OLED model, which stands in contrast to the single lit panel being on the original Switch's LCD screen. Putting them side by side, you can clearly tell there's a night and day difference, even just by turning the systems both on. The colors on the OLED screen truly are spectacular and a wonderful sight to behold. Games I've played for the purpose of this review look better than they ever have. In particular, games that happen to have a large color palette tend to look the best. Cartoony and cel shaded games mainly are the ones that look the best from what I can tell. Games like Zelda Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Ori and the Blind Forest, just to name a few. And with the addition of a bigger screen, portable Switch gaming looks even more immersive than it ever has. But that doesn't come without some of its downfalls, unfortunately. For one, even though the Switch OLED does have a better screen, it's still capped at only 720p resolution. I don't know why Nintendo decided to go with a borderline sub HD screen for their new OLED display, but it does take away from some of the pixel density from certain games from what I can tell, and the image quality of this otherwise beautiful screen. Now don't get me wrong, games are going to look amazing on this display, but just imagine if this was a full 1080p HD screen or even a 1440p screen. Now that will look absolutely stunning, especially on the Switch's small form factor. One can dream, but hopefully Nintendo will grace us with something like this on the true Switch Pro when it comes out in 2024. Hell, you know it's coming, people, just a matter of time. Another one of the core key features the Switch OLED offers is enhanced audio. I tested out both the OG Switch and the OLED model, but in my personal experience, I could barely tell the difference between the two. Now the OG Switch was an already pretty loud system when you crank the volume up to the max, but I don't know, maybe my hearing starting to go in and out nowadays. Let me know in the comment section if you can tell a noticeable difference between the two. Another change they decided to make with the OLED model is the newly revised dock. There are a few obvious cosmetic changes that were made. For one, the edges on the OLED dock have been rounded out as opposed to the sharp lines on the original dock for a more finer look. The inside of the dock also has been changed, now sporting a glossy finish as opposed to the matte finish on the inside. Now I'm assuming this is to help alleviate some of the screen scratches that I know the original Switch did when it was first released that a lot of people reported on when they would dock and undock their Switch. I think this is a great new addition that Nintendo decided to make in order to prevent the new OLED screen from being scratched from the dock. Also, Nintendo finally decided to move their system architect from 2001 to 2005 and finally include an Ethernet port. Not sure what took them so long to do this, but now players can finally rejoice, especially in the Smash community. Because nobody likes those dirty Wi-Fi players.
Oh, here we go into the hammer. Oh, no way! No, he rage quit!
Leave it to good old Nintendo in 2021 to include a feature that's been included in most systems since 2003, am I right? The Switch OLED model won't set you back too much in terms of its price. Only costing $350 compared to the $300 for the original model Switch and $200 to the Switch Lite, so your pockets won't be hurting too much this holiday trying to get one, assuming if you can get one. Don't know if you guys been paying attention to some of the eBay listings for these things, but yeah, that. We're not even going to get into that. The picture quality and overall contrast and color of your games will look vastly superior compared to the original Switch. That alone may just be worth the upgrade, especially if you're still rocking the launch 2007 model like me. Now for those of you who already purchased the newly revised Redbox Switch, Switch Lite, or even those waiting on the fence for a new more powerful Switch in order to give games better performance, I'd probably sit this one out honestly. There just isn't really too much to recommend here if you already just got your Switch this year. Only thing you're really benefiting out of it is just a better screen, to be honest. Better to just save those coins for when Nintendo finally reveals their new Switch successor. Oh, and I forgot to mention, Nintendo also decided to vastly improve the back kickstand as well for better portability for when it's in tabletop mode, as opposing to just having a flimsy piece of plastic on the back. Yeah, Nintendo means business with this thing. I think the Switch OLED model is a great system, but would I recommend you going out and buying one right now? Well, I say that solely depends on the experience you're trying to get out of it. If your primary method of play is in handheld mode, then yes, I can definitely see portable players getting a much better experience out of this. The improved screen quality is a much better step up from the original LCD panel. Overall, I'm gonna go and give the Switch OLED model a 3 out of 5, and my mega seal of approval for that beautiful black OLED screen. Man, can't get enough of that. If you found the system review informative, please drop a like and comment down below, and let me know how I did. I greatly appreciate that. Mega ZX signing out here. Happy holidays everybody, the everlasting peace. Check you guys in the next video.